You can now support me on my locals community, Tom's Train of Thought. Membership is free, and you can support me for as little as $2 a month now. Just $2 a month. Link is in the description and in the chat.
But nothing ever stopped me from dusting off my shoes. You might think you'll see me falling to the ground, but I threw up my umbrella when rain stops hitting down. Yeah! On a bad day, on a good day, I don't need no sunshine, 'cause I'm dancing with the rain. You will see me running, thinking I might be insane. I don't need no sunshine, you keep me going strong. I just need my happy face to keep me moving on. Looking out the window, reflecting who I am. No one ever stopped me, not even Uncle Sam. Life might be a struggle, life might be a fight, but I am here to show the world that I can make it right. On a bad day, on a good day, on a bad day, rain keeps raining.
Hope everybody's having a day today. Good evening, everybody. It is March the 7th, almost daylight savings time. Tomorrow night, we go spring forward. All right, so how about that? We'll get a little bit more daylight at the end of the day. At the end of the day. All right, so we're going to be working on Jack's backyard tonight. But before we get to Jack's backyard, I'm going to show you a couple of short videos of what you didn't see on Ma Jenkins. Now, I did about 5 or 6 live streams from February 15th or 16th, something like that, all the way up to the end of it. But then I did some stuff in between that you didn't get to see, that, like I didn't put on the live stream because, painting and stuff like that, and stuff that, I had to wait for glue to dry and all that good stuff. But after that, we'll get back onto Jack's backyard. And the other night on Workbench Wednesday, we had some technical difficulties. My computer crashed in the middle of the stream. Uh, I was over here at the workbench thinking everything's okay because everything looked good over here, and I wasn't paying attention to where I had the stream from over on that computer there, and it crashed and came back on, and my web browser said browser stopped unexpectedly. Would you like to restore all your windows? And so, yeah, I said, yeah. And I couldn't get back on after that. So I fiddled around with it for a while. And after about 15 minutes, I eventually shut it down. At least I was able to shut it down, but I couldn't control my microphone, couldn't control my cameras or nothing. So I'm on here tonight. And I think tomorrow I'm going to take that computer, open it up, blow out everything. And hopefully it's just, there might be some dirt in the graphics card, because I sure as hell don't want to change the graphics card on there, because it's about like $320 for a new graphics card. So the hell with that stuff. I'm not buying a new graphics card. If the if blowing it out doesn't correct it, then I'm going to have to get my computer from the other room and bring it over here and stream from that. I did a test stream on it the other night. Last night, late at night, I got it unlisted, but I just wanted to see how it would work. But I used a different program, but I won't get into that right now. I'll get you going on this Ma Jenkins stuff that I didn't show. But let me get here. You can do this right here. Do the thumbs up thingy. We can get started with that stuff. And I'm on my laptop right now, so it's hard to see all this stuff right now. But I gotta come over here and squint. Maybe let me turn it a little bit. Okay. But if you hadn't noticed, on Rumble, I am a premier creator now. And let me put this thing up here. Well, if you haven't been paying attention, and I've been saying it for about the past week, Rumble, if you sign up for Rumble Premium, which is $10 a month, you get all the extra content from every creator that puts out the premium stuff, like Mug Club, Louder with Crowder's Mug Club, Timcast, his Uncensored in the Green Room. Russell Brand has premium content. Dr. Disrespect has premium content. Just about every content creator on Rumble puts out premium content that you could only see if you have Rumble Premium. So, and they're also helping out the small creators also, like me. You can see on my thumbnail, I got a little blue thing on there. Not on in the chat, it's still green, but the little green thingy on there says that I'm a premium member. I've been a premium member for 2 years now, since I started live streaming on Rumble, since I've been doing streams on Rumble and on YouTube. So there's advantage of it. You get to see all the good stuff. And so let me get going with the first video I got. It's called Ma Jenkins Part 1. So here we go. I started Ma Jenkins on February 17th during a live stream. And since that first live stream, I've done 4 more live streams assembling Ma Jenkins. And in between those live streams, I've also taken some video clips where, I was just sitting at the laptop and just took some clips because I didn't go live at the time. And, from painting or waiting for glue to dry, it's things that you don't normally do during a live stream. Now, this first bunch of clips here, I think for the first 5 minutes or so, I showed this on the second live stream. So I'm going to show you the rest of the clips. I have quite a few of what I've done to Ma Jenkins so far in the past, almost 2 weeks. This is Friday, so it was on a Monday the week before. So it's been a while. I went through a lot of different things, and I did a lot of other videos, so that's why it's taken so long. So here we go. Now it's time to move on to the final building, Ma Jenkins. This one right here. This one is not square. Hawkins, you guys see, butts up right against it. So let me show you what the top view of it looks like. The top view right there. So you can see that it's wider in the front than it is in the back. So here's what the whole scene will look like right there. And you just saw the buildings that I have up there so far and where it's going to be, right next to Simpson Creek. Here's a recap of what I did. I cut everything out and put the bracing on all the walls. Here's the bracing on the square walls. And here's the bracing and the corner posts on the pitched walls. I have to stain these yet before I could do anything else. But let me show you what I did earlier today. I did 4 sheets of the shingles that go on the walls. So you see the shingles go on the second floor up here. So what I did was I put a first coat on it, and the first coat was matte Riverwalk. I did that on all 4 sheets. And then I did a light spray over with the black. And then again, a light spray over with the white. This is supposed to be a metal roof with battens on it. So I did that with khaki. I did all the roof, and this is all the roof sections here, the battens and the window in khaki. Also, these windows right here, you have 6 of these I did in khaki. All the windows are in khaki. But right now, all I have to do is stain these 4 panels right here. And stain all the other woodwork. Okay. These panels right here I have to stain.
I love you.
All of these with India ink and my alcohol solution. The landing and the stair treads. These 3 doors. the railing and the side of the steps, and the dormer right here, the dormer sides, the dormer front. So all of those I'll have to stain before I could go any further. And the first thing I do after the stain is dry is I'm going to add shingles to these. But we'll see how long it takes for the stain to dry. I might, while that is drying, I'll add some canopy glue to the windows. And even though we got the acetate here, I'm only going to use the acetate on the wooden stuff, because the canopy glue doesn't stick to the wood. It only sticks to the plastic. But here's the evergreen adhesive. This is the canopy glue that I use. It works very well. So I'll do that with these 6 windows right here, and then these 4 window panes right here. And I could just pull these off right here. Okay, this is the frame right there for the smaller windows. And so we just have 1 window that's peel and stick, and we have 3 doors that are peel and stick. And here's a sped up view of me applying the India ink and alcohol solution to the walls and other parts that needed staining. And then came a live stream where I did the shingles. All right, last night we did a at the workbench and put some shingles on. Now we had a hell of a time with the other shingles. I'm just going to end up throwing these things out right here, because these I don't know, they just did not work that well. So I got some shingles out of the stash right here. They're bar mill shingles, and I have enough. All I have to do is the 2nd floor right here right now. So we're going to try doing a few of those right here. More bracing on it, you know, in the back, so it doesn't tilt all over on me. So I'm just going to do a couple of rows up until I get to the windows. I might have to change my blade on this, because it's taking a little while to cut this. I'll get the 2nd row on and then change the blade. Well, last night we worked on these shingles right here, and now we have to trim off the backs on the windows and up on top. We also did the window canopy glue on them, on all 6 of the large windows and the small windows, and put the decking on the MDF board on these 2 things right here. So let's take a look at the bottom and see what we got on the workbench right here. So all I have to do is trim the back of that, and then we'll be able to glue the 4 sides together. Well, I forgot about the shingles that were right along this edge right here. I can't put the window in until that dries, but I got these windows in right here, this one on that 2nd floor, and the 4 windows on here. Got a few more things finished. I got this 2nd floor with the landing and the little bump out right there. And then on the 1st floor, this little bump out right here, and you can see it is not square. I glued the bump out to the 1st floor right here after I installed the window. This is a peel and stick window right there. The next thing is doing these stair treads. I'll glue these things together, and then I'll just have to wait for the glue to dry before I can put the treads on right here. There's only 3 doors in here, one here, and one inside there. But they said on the back, put the plastic door on there, but we're not going to need the plastic door because they gave us 4 wood doors. To give the window a nice snug fit on this board and batten wall, you have to trim the battens on the bottom and on the top so the window will fit in there, so you can glue it in place. All right, that was part 1. I got part 2 coming up here shortly. As soon as we're finished with part 2, then we'll get on the new kit, Jack's Backyard. And when I started playing the video, I forgot to turn off my mic. So at the beginning of it, you might have had a little bit of an echo in there or funky sounding audio. So here is part 2. It's about the same length, maybe somewhere around 10 minutes. And so we'll get to it right now. And I left the windows open. The 2 windows, small windows, I left them open just slightly. And just get them in place, let that glue dry there. And this is clapboard here, so you don't have to worry about trimming anything down on the edges. There's 2 dormers up on the roof. So I was waiting for the glue to dry, see what else I had to work on. And we could assemble those 2 windows and pop them in, and then put the sides on the dormer. The only remaining chimney in the series of buildings is this one right here, which in no way is going to fit this, and it doesn't even match the drawing or any of the pictures. So we'll use that on another building. I had to go in my stash to find this one. This is a white metal one, but it's a real long one. I'm not sure where it was supposed to go. I'll see if I have any buildings that are missing a chimney that length. Let me see. It's not quite 2 floors, so it might have went on something that had 1 floor on it. But this fits perfect in this slot right here for that size chimney. So if I can't find a building that goes on, that's going to go on this building. I'll just have to cut some of it off, and then luckily I'll be able to use some more of it, add a top to it for another building. Did not find another building, so I cut it down, and now I have 2 chimneys, another chimney for another building that I could use somewhere else. To just have to add a top to it. So I use my little miter box, the metal miter box, and a saw, this one right here. I got all the pieces ready to go for the next live stream. And let me show you where they are. Okay. Got the chimney cut. You got the stairs ready to go. Here's the treads right here. Here's the rafter tails. Here's the dormers right here with the windows already in it. The roofs, I already scribed the lines on that roof, scribed the lines here. Here are the battens for it. So I just have to weather these, put the battens on the roofs, and assemble everything together. And here are the little standoffs that go right in this part right here, in between the roof of this shed and this landing right there. And they're super fragilistic the way they are. They're real skinny. They're a 1/16 of an inch, but they're on the plywood or whatever the plywood, I'm not sure what it is, but very, very delicate. I don't want to even breathe close to it. On this roof assembly right here, I dry brushed white titanium white on there, and then I added the beams underneath. The reason I didn't add them ahead of time is because it's a tight fit in the back, and I wanted to make sure that I wasn't trying to squeeze these rafters in there on top of the roof. So I put the roof in there first and then added these braces underneath and then the verticals on there. Also dry brushed titanium white on the shingles and on the clapboard on all the walls right there. This one you really don't get to see because that's going to be up against the other one. And here is the back wall right here. One other thing that I did was I put the bracing in for the lower porch. You can barely see it right there, but those are the two real delicate things. So now we're about ready to go live for the next At the Workbench Live. I did a few live streams where we did the roofs, the 4 sections of the roof and the dormers, installed the dormers on there. And you know, I guess on one of the streams I put the dormers together, and then these little strips on the roof to simulate that is a metal roof. Here's the 4 roof sections. We got the rafter tails there. I have to put 2x4s on the railing, on the top of the railings. I just glued this railing in here, right here. Okay, but since the live stream, I think I assembled part of this stairway onto this landing right here, but didn't install it all together. I had to do that off camera. This part right here, these 2 pieces right here, these 2 supports for this landing right there, I had to glue in once I got this whole thing together. So that was pretty difficult. This one went into a slot. So, but this one, you know, I had to like angle this in to get it to fit in there while gluing the top and the bottom of this section right here. And then this part, this one right here, I had to glue it in once all this was in place, with a spot of glue up here and a spot of glue right there, and try to line it up as best I could. And then just a few minutes ago, I put this railing on. It just barely touches this railing here, but you can see I could fit this deal in between right there because it doesn't line up good at all. All the railings are cut, so this is the fun part. We're going to see if we can get this all glued into place. So okay, so there we go. I don't know how close you can see that, but we got it all in there. Now all we got to worry about is the rafter tails and the roof. Weather it a little bit, put the chimney on there, and put a base on this thing. All right, that is it for Ma Jenkins. I finally put her to rest. We got everything out of the way right now. We're going to be working on Jack's backyard. And like I said earlier, when I was doing Workbench Wednesday, my computer crashed. I don't think it was my whole computer, but I got 3 monitors there, and every once in a while, they would all 3 of them go out, and whatever work I had up there, when the monitors came back on, they would slowly come back on. But on Wednesday, my web browser didn't come back up that had Rumble Studio on there, which I was streaming from, and so it screwed everything up. So I'm right here right now on the laptop. So we're working on Jack's backyard, and I did a few things since then. I painted everything. So let me show you, before I put you down there, let me show you all the stuff that I painted. Okay, this has a base that represents squares of a concrete pad, and the sign Jack's that I did in gray. And these little things right here, these are supposed to be metal supports for these 2 columns right here. Those are the lamp posts that I stained, okay, with India ink. Okay, so that's the other thing that I did. Okay, the walls come in 3 layers. So the first layer is, the wood, and then there's tar paper over top of it, and then battens over top of that. And I'll bring you down to the other camera. Give me a second here to move to the other camera. Okay. All right, so you can see the walls there, right here. And these right here are the tar paper. This is the second layer. These go on the walls. And then the battens right here, those little skinny things, go on top of that. So that's what we're going to start on. Oh yeah, and the other things that I painted, we have some palettes here um, in khaki. I always prime stuff in khaki, and I primed all the detail parts here. It's got a lot of detail parts. There's junk around all the walls. Some more, and I think I pulled this out. This is something extra that I had left over from another kit I didn't do. Here's the I didn't paint these yet, but here are the lamps that go on the building, and here's the 2 lamps that go on the lamp post over here. You also have a fence that goes around the back and one side that we'll put together, that take these little squares right there. And also, Debbie and I went to Lowe's today, and she picked up some paint, texture paint. And this looks really nice. You can't see, I don't know if you could see the texture, but this is the kind of effect that I was trying to get when I was doing the shingles. I was doing a base color and then putting black and then white, just spraying over it. But this is the texture, and it gives it a not a uniform color. What's the opposite of uniform color? It gives it character. Okay, let's say it that way. So it's really, really thick. I mean, the spray it comes out twice as explosive as the regular stuff. So what I had to do was I had to crease all of these right here, just to make sure that it didn't stick where the cuts are on the tar paper. So I went through them all like that earlier to make sure that they'll come apart easily. So that's going to be fun with that. I'm going to enjoy seeing what that looks like once we get it up on the roof. There's some more detail parts here, some metal castings that I haven't primered yet. A little homemade workbench. It's got a little drawer in there with junk up on top. Right there. And a little hand cart. It's got two big wheels on it, and a hand cart that I have to paint yet. Okay, so I always put the detail parts off for last because those are the hardest things to do. It takes the longest time. It's intricate. So I saved all that for last. So what we're going to do now is we're going to put the tar paper up on top of the building, the walls, and there's no corner bracings on these. The 2 side tar papers are longer than the actual walls. If I put it up, you can see how much hangs over. So that'll cover up the joint on the corner. So that's a good thing. And these are pill and stick, and the little cutouts in there, you can see, they simulate the underlying boards on the wall. So let's do this one first over here. The front door, or the front face, and we'll go from there. Let me put my goggles on and try not to cut myself when I drop my X-Acto blade and catch it in the palm of my hand with the blade. Let me get it over here where I can. Where's it? There's a bunch of meat on the thing. This is always the hardest thing to do, is get the backing off of here. There we go. But once you get it started, it comes right up. All right. Now I got to make sure that we line this up really good. So, and before I press down on it too much, I'll got a little bit of wiggle room here, so we could adjust it. And move it that way, and okay, there we go. So right on, right there. All right. So there you go. That's it. You can see the boards hanging out over there, and we'll do the battens on here. We'll get this wall finished. Make sure that this is the right one. Oh, is that the right one there? That one's kind of big, huh? Okay. That one goes that way. Okay, I see what you do. You trim off the top of it. Okay. That's what it is. That's how they made it. So what we'll do is we'll work on this one upside down. Get these out of the way here. We'll see if this works better this way. Sticking to it. Okay, here we go. I'll try to get it as close as I can right there. And just drop it on. I got to move this down just a little bit on here. Okay, make sure that where it makes contact is good and tight, and we'll take the flat blade and just cut off the excess. In here somewhere. There we go. The fun part, and then once we get all this together, I'll be able to weather it, and so give the tar paper a dirtier look from the battens. So there you go. That's the first wall. Okay. We'll do the back wall now. That's this one here. Okay. Now this one will be easier to apply because there's no door on it like there was It's just a solid piece, basically. So you can hold this just like any other peel and stick that you do. I hold one this way and the other one that way. So, and you just guide it in like that. And before you press it down, you could make your adjustments on it. Get it over a little bit further. Okay, there we go. There we go. Oop. That's a little bit off on that corner there, but that won't matter. We'll cover it up with the batten over here. Okay, got to make sure that the battens don't hit the rafter tails. So is it different on one side than the other? Yeah. That way is a little bit better. Well, same difference really. The last one is a little bit off center, so I'll do it like that. I need 3 hands here. Okay. Bring this one up a little bit on that side. I'll bring it this way a little bit and cover up that edge right there. There we go. And cut off the excess now. Yeah, boy, look at that. Yeah, you can see how much I was off on the tar paper by looking at the back of it. But we'll work around that. That looks good like that. All right, that's 2 walls. And then once we get all these walls together, we could glue them. Or maybe we could put the windows in. Well, yeah, maybe we'll put the windows in before we glue it together. That'll make it easier that way. Put the windows and doors in before we glue everything together. Okay, so this one's this one here. All right. Okay, this one is longer on both sides, so I'm glad they got the windows in there because that's how I'm lining it up with the windows. Let's bring this up a little bit. Okay. And see how that hangs over, and that'll cover up that'll cover up the joint right there on the corner. Now almost, I might have to touch it up a little bit though. Doesn't cover it up that much. All right, so where's this one here? That one goes like that. Okay. This one I might have to do it looking at it this way because I have to get it in here like that. A bit more. Too far. Uh-oh. You gotta move it over just a hair. And it's sticking to the paper real good. It's lifting the paper up. So I got to bring it all the way out to the edge. There we go. What I'm going to do is, well, looks like they made the paper. Oh no, never mind. I just have to do this with this blade here because this is real close. Some of this might stay on the bottom. Yeah, see, right there. And this is barely at the top. So they might have wanted that to stay on the top for the side underneath the roof. So that's the way I'll trim the other one. I'll bring it down so the top one stays on there. All right, so let's do this one here. This is interesting. Come on. Here we go. That's it. Oh boy. I'm going to have to do this one like this. Okay, here we go. All right. Now I'm going to align this with the top. So we have trim on it. Let me do it this way here. That's a little bit easier that way. That's what I should have left that all the way up on the top like that, because that's the trim for the top. So, oh well, live and learn. On the next one. All right, so there we go. Let's see what these look like here. It doesn't look too bad on the corner, on that corner there, at least. Let me see what the other corner looks like. Yeah, see on this side, this one doesn't have a batten on the corner, so like the other one does. That one has a batten right there. This one doesn't, so it looks a little bit different. So let me shave that down just a hair. We'll fix it. Hey, Kyle Stevens, good to see you in here. We're working on Jack's backyard. Okay, these doors and windows have acetate for them, but I think what they're talking about in here is putting acetate on the back of the window. I'm not sure because I gave two pieces here, one big solid piece. And I guess this one here is for the picture window, so we'll work on that one. This big picture window that's all peel and stick. And we'll get that one on there first. So this one goes on the outside, this one goes on the inside next to the acetate. So we'll cut this one out. And we'll put the acetate on it. We'll leave the backing on the acetate until after we get it in place. There we go. Some of these windows are very easy, like this one here, and some of them can be a pain in the butt. Now, I think they make these so they hang over on the edge just a little bit to give you some gluing surface on the edge. I got to see how much before. Not very much gluing surface, so we got to get it centered in there, but not a lot of overhang. I'll do this one like this. Okay, so very little overhang on both sides. So we might have to add a little bit of glue in the opening here. Yeah. And they left the battens down low enough to give you the clearance. So, which is a good thing. A lot of times they don't. You got to trim the battens off. So I'll just get a little bit of glue and put it on there. Just for a little extra adhesion. And just try to get it right on the inside lip. Okay, there we go. And I'll take the paper off before we stick this together. I'll let that dry up a little bit. So let's see this door. Let's cut out a little piece of glass for the door. Let's see. How wide do we want to go with that? Okay. Let's mark it right there. Don't move. Okay, right there. And do like that. So do we want to get it square, or are we going to just play around with it there, huh? We're going to get precise. Let me get my square out here. Where's my low profile square? I got one here somewhere. And you can never find it when you need it. I see all the thick scale squares. Where's my low profile? Never can find it when I need it. Oh, there it. Yeah, 1, 2, 3. I got 4 squares here, and I only see 3. What did I do with it? Did I lose it? I had to misplace it somewhere. Oh, right in front of me. It's hidden underneath the rulers. Okay. So, let's see. Try it this way here. Try to get the most meat on it over here somehow. There we go. It moved on me. Don't move. It keeps wanting to move. It's not low enough. Heck with it. I'll try it this way here. Maybe this way will be easier. Line that up. There we go. All right. And I use this Mr. Cement Deluxe. It's good. I left that on the bottom there. Not paying attention. I'll just put it over here and there. And we'll take the backing off once we're done. And yes, I cut it a little bit big. Might have to trim off the side a little bit, but that's all right. Okay. And we'll do these two little windows here. They said something on there about putting them in the back, but up against a building, but when they don't pre-cut them, it's kind of hard to stick them in there because these double pane windows where the window is supposed to come down over top of the other one. You got two layers on there, so if you don't have two real small pieces, it's hard to fit it in there flush. So we'll just put it on the back of the here. I'll use some super glue on that. We'll put the glue here. And that one came up a little high for that window. I'm going to have to trim that down a little bit. Let's see. They used to have Tichy train group windows, but they switched to some other manufacturer. And it's not always a good fit. That went in kind of snug, so, but I still better put some glue on there. See if that got any. It's not too dry yet. And we'll just put the window stuff on the back of the wall. It'll be easier that way. Don't have to cut little pieces of it out. I'll probably spend more time on the detail, painting the detail, than I will on the actual building. See how this one fits. Yeah, I got to cut the batten on that one too. And I got to cut the top one too. That one. All right. It worked good on the one with over here. They cut them short enough, but on the side walls they didn't cut them short enough. So it's a nice. It's a tight fit, but not tight enough that they won't fall out. So we got to put some glue in there. All right. There we go. Got all that done right there. Okay. So what we'll do is we'll just make sure we have enough to cover that window right there. Let's see, can we go this way here? Is there going to be enough there? And it'll be enough there. So I'll cut this off here. Cut that off there. So we'll just cut this in half. Hopefully we get it in half. Does that look like about half right there? Well, it was a little bit off. So, the plastic glue really doesn't work well melting this acetate. And wood glue, it doesn't really do much for it. So we're going to use ACC on it, super glue. We'll just put a little dab on the top and on the bottom, and we'll put the acetate on it. So where's my little super glue? And we got these at Lowe's. They came 2 in a package in the clearance, where it goes behind the kitchen stuff. And oops, I think it was $2. Oh boy, a lot came out there. A little bit over $2 for the 2 of them, which is a hell of a lot cheaper than the regular stuff, super glue. Okay. And just like all the other ones, we'll take the backing off later. Put that back on when I'm done putting this on. Well, the backing stuck to my thumb. I must have got super glue on my thumb. Yep. All right. So, all right, where are we at? Hey, Dave, BNSF, good to see you in here. I'm not really paying attention to chat, so you might have came in here a while ago. It said 1 minute ago, so it wasn't too bad. Okay. And did I get Cal Stevens? Did I get you before? I know I got T-Star in there before. Okay, we'll take the paper off of these now. I think it's tight enough. And if you want, you leave a little bit on there because it's stuck on there. Make it look like there's a shade on there. So we'll just leave that on there. give it some detail, extra detail there. Like there's a window shade. All right. I got to trim the back of this because I cut that just a little bit too big. All right, there we go. Let's see how this fits over here. Good, but I got to trim the batten just a tad off the top. Okay. Let's put a little bit of glue in there and get the door in there. And then we could put these 4 pieces together and work on the roof. And put the shingles on the roof. Or not the shingles, but the tar paper. See how that looks with the texture paint on it. Okie dokie. All right, got to take the paper off of this one too. All right. So there's our 4 walls right there. Let me turn it around that way. And here's the rafter tails. I'll cut those rafter tails out now. So I left them in there so I wouldn't break them. Because I always end up breaking them. And I don't know why on the Merchants Road, they made the rafter tails out of MDF board. Don't know why they did that. Because that's the only kit that I've got out of Bar Mill so far that was the rafter tails like that. Let's get that one out of there. Let's do this one, huh? Is that the different one? Okay. All right. Okay, let's get a glob of glue. And we'll start sticking these walls together. Okay, we'll start with this one here. So this is that wall right there. Okay, so We'll get it on here, and we'll get a little bit of extra on the back of the tar paper. Even though it's peel and stick, that'll give it a little bit better fit. And we'll put them on there like this. Okay. And okay, what did I do with my okay. We'll let that sit there like this on the square. Make sure it's square. And we'll do the other half, the back half. And on this one, I might have to trim that post a little bit because I made it a little bit long. Okay, there we go. Okay, that one goes like that. All right. Get my other squares. I'm going to sit these up here off to the side so I can do the shingles. Or not the shingles, but the tar paper. Okay. Stick that one right there. And stick this one right here. Let that set up for a while. I'll do a few of the shingles or the tar paper, and then we'll put the two pieces together. We'll do the small one first. Okay, so how's that go? So they got little tick marks on there, so not sure why they have tick marks on it. Unless that's where the sign goes all the way up to the edge. I'm not sure. It doesn't say anything. Oh, center rafter tails between tick marks. Okay, so what they want you to do is put the rafter tails on here, glue it on here, and then put it together. Okay, that's what the tick marks are on there for. Okay. Gotcha. All righty. So okay, later. Gotta go eat. All right, take care. Okay, like I said before, this is texture paint that we got at Lowe's today, and this is the first time I'm using it. I like how it looks. We'll see how it looks on here. Okay, so there's the holes. You probably really can't see the nail holes on here with the texture paint because it's so thick. Feels good, and it smells. It smelled. You can smell it a hell of a lot longer than you normally could. I'm gonna cut this one in half. Cut a little piece off of it here, so we'll have a joint in there. That's so we could stagger them. And this piece, that second piece, looks skinnier than the first one. So I'll go with the third one here. I said I was going to do the small one first, didn't I? I lied. This one's skinnier than the first one, too. I have to look at the back of it to see where the nail holes are because you can't see it on the front of these. I think this would work really good on the shingle roof, too. It would look really nice on the shingles. Let me get a shorter one in there. Yeah, see, these rows aren't even. This one's skinnier than the previous. So this top row, we're going to use all patches. And just cut a little bit of this one off here. That one is that one won't even cover it. That's too thin. That one ain't thick enough. Not thick enough to cover the gap. Okay, so that's pretty good. Looks like a real shingle. I'm glad Debbie picked those out. Okay, so we'll do this one here. And this is a little overhang on the side of the building. All right, so we got enough for another roof. Okay. So the roof sections will later on we'll paint the backs of them and trim off the little excess here, or we could let it hang over and just make sure we got a little bit of paint on it. And we'll lift up some of it as we move along. Let's see if we got might get one out of it. Yeah, get both of them. All right. How about that? Yeah, put it on the correct way there, Tom. Okay. There you go. Looks all right. Okay. So how much do we have of a hangover here? Okay. So what I'll do is I'll get some of the paint out and paint the bottoms of these so we can put the rafter tails on here and then slap it on top, because it'll be going on there like that. Make sure that the holes are big enough. Just barely. Okay. All right. Okay, so get out a paint here. That's a woodsy smoke. Which one is this one here? I'll use brown oxide. I used brown oxide on the last one too. I think this one was really thick. Yeah. Well, not that thick. That was really thin right there. Well, yeah, that's too thin. That's not gonna. I have to put about 3 of that coats on there for that to, so you won't see the white. I gotta get another one. Let me see if I got another brown there. What's this one here? That's too close to green. I'm gonna go on this side here. Maybe I'll just use the black. Lamp black. Here we go. That'll work. Nice. Here, let me get this down here so don't mess everything up. Yeah, that covers it up really good. And even though the back of it's going to be up against the wall, you want to make sure you don't see any white hanging out of it. All right. Oh boy. All right, now let's get some on the bottom side. Nobody sees it anyway, but I'll know it's there if I pick it up and look underneath. Okay. Let me get the whole one of this because I don't think I think all of it's exposed. So we'll just do all of it the black. All right, there we go. Lamp black. Okie dokie. Well, I get more on my fingers than anywhere else. Okay, where's my tick marks on here? Okay, so now I see them now. So make sure we get it like right. So how much of that is hanging over? Okay. All right. This peel and stick makes some of this stuff really easy to do. Makes it too easy, huh? I could have went a little bit further with it there, but that I guess that's good enough. All right, so let me put some glue up on the top of it, and we'll put the roof on. That's about all we could do tonight. We'll do the all that is left is the little detail stuff on there. I got the sign, which is going to be fun to do. I think you got 3 supports going this way and then some going that way. And that sits up on top of the roof. But yeah, I guess this is the support for the sign right there. This thing right here. Oop, just lost my lid. Oops. That one's sticking up just a little bit. I forgot to trim that one down. Okay. There we go. Yeah, I'm going to have to get on the Bar Mills website and order me another kit because this one going really fast, and the other one's even smaller than this one. I think the cigar shop, Papa Louis Cigar Shop. Make sure I get some in the little holes where the rafter tails go. Give it a little bit of extra grip. All right. I just line that up like that. There. Push it down. That batten is really, really close. Okay. So there we go. There's the building. Now the fun part comes. All this detail stuff that you can't see right now. This stuff right here. I got to paint all that. Can you believe that? That's going to be fun. No, it's not. I hate painting it. So I'll just go right here. So this will sit on here like this. Something like that. And there's a fence that goes back here. These things here for the fence post. And then there's the light poles right here. So, and then all the garbage is on the other side. And I have enough fence where I could put the fence all the way around it. That's no problem. I got plenty of fence. So, but the detail parts will be another time, not tonight. I've been at this for, well, I've been on for a little bit over 2 hours, but we had some video. Clean this glass off a little bit. Well, tomorrow I got a ceiling fan to put up because the one ceiling fan in the family room gave out on us. The light works on it, but the fan just quit working. And so I got to replace that. And we ended up buying 2 of them because there's 2 in there right now. So they'll match. So let's get up on this other camera here. All right. There we go. Whew. Get all that straightened out. Okay. So not much more to do on this, just the detail parts. But I'll probably work on the detail parts a little bit tomorrow night after I get the fans done. But that's about it. And then I got to do the weathering. Just put the sign up on the thing, do the poles, and that's going to be it. So not much going on with this kit. Okay, where's the wire hanging down here? Okay, where's that wire at? Okay, what wire are you seeing here? Okay, over here. Ooh, this one. Oh, way over there. Okay, that's a little light. Man, get that out of the way. That bugs the hell out of me when something's in view right there. All right, so I'm gonna call it a night. It was nice hanging out with y'all. I'm gonna put the swirly smoke up here, but before we put the swirly smoke up here, don't forget to smash that like button. And I got to find this other thing over here. Uh, man, my eyes are bad now. And plus, this is the laptop. That's right. Give me a like. Follow me on Rumble, on Tom Kovichak or Tom's Trains if you haven't done so already. And you could also follow my Train of Thought, which is the user account. So there's a user account and 2 channels. I think I got 225 on Tom Kovichak. Tom's Train, there's 100. And Train of Thought is 99 or something like that. So like it, follow me, and sign up for Rumble Premium so you can see all the good stuff. The stairs and stuff like that. I did a video on the stair jig that Bar Mills has. That's going to be a premium. Another premium video is going to be the jig that I built to do my trestle, the curved trestle. I think that's the one I made the video on. But anyway, I made a jig for the straight part and the curved part. That's one of those two is going to be on the premium. So a lot of premium stuff is going to come up. Is like behind the scenes, going into greater detail on what I do here. It's a thank you for the supporters. Let me put the supporter stuff up before I head on out. I always do that. I don't want to forget that part. I couldn't do any of this without all your support for my efforts on here. So
you can now support me on my locals community, Tom's Train of Thought. Membership is free, and you can support me for as little as $2 a month now. Just $2 a month. Link is in the description and in the chat. Thank you for your contributions during the live stream. I really appreciate it. I would also like to thank all the moderators who have helped me out in the past years. Thank you very much.
like that guy said, thank you very much. And I was trying to figure out where to put all the detail parts in there. Let me show you down here again. I mean, they got a lot of detail parts to go around this building here. So not much place to walk around. This thing looks like it goes around maybe I should put this one up against the fence and this one right here. Like that. I don't know. They give you too much junk. Maybe put this one. Yeah, that one fits right there good for around the door. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how this works. I'll do it this way here. Stick that one over that way. Stick this one right here. There we go. Maybe that, and then the barrel, this was an extra one here, so maybe like that. Turn this around. A lot of junk on this one here. Gonna have fun with that. Okay, so I'll just leave this right here. Boy, change the camera again. All right, thank you all for stopping in. I'm going to put the swirly smoke in. Who knows when I'll be on next. Support this channel, follow it, and if you can, go to Rumble Premium. It's only $10 a month. Yeah, you can watch all the Rumble stuff with no ads. Rumble is on your cell phone. It's also on your TV, Apple TV, Roku. There's an app on Roku. It's all over the place, so you can watch it on. And with the $10, you don't get the ads, and you get to all the premium support, like the Mug Club, Timcast, Uncensored, his Green Room, all of Russell Brand's premium stuff. Everybody's got premium stuff on there now that they're pushing the premium stuff. So sign up for it. It's real easy. I think there's a red button there someplace. I'm not sure where it's at, but I'm going to put the swirly smoke out here and say good night to you all as soon as I find it here. I really appreciate you watching. If you weren't here, I'd be talking to myself. But sometimes it seems like I am talking to myself because you can't talk back. So good night, everybody. We'll see ya.
Engineer, where are you headed? Carry me back to Tennessee. Oh, I got a little girl who's been waiting. Promised that she'd marry. Mr. Can we leave the sea? I'll shovel coal, Lord, to pay my fee. Gotta get this train down to the station. My little girl waiting for me. Well, the night is dark and Lord, it's cloudy. I've been traveling that lonesome road. My one true love waiting at sea.
Here comes the swirly smoke.
Won't that low train carry me back? Oh Lord, they hit Louisville about 9. That poor boy's heart started over
time. Bye, Jeff.
For the night is dark and the sky is cloudy. Traveling on that lonesome road. My one true love waiting there to see me. For that long old train, won't you carry me? Oh, train, won't you carry me home?
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Good night, everybody. We'll see you again next time. Whenever that may be. Who knows? I don't know. But we'll see. Bye-bye.